How are you doing, guys? ZedEye here. So I wanted to go over everything that we know regarding of Red Dead Redemption Remastered, Remake, Port, or whatever it's going to be called, and that presumably may be coming sometime soon. We never know. Now, this has been summarized by a nice tweet coming from Ben or at VideoTechX. Like, seriously, he done a fantastic job with the summarization of these, everything that we have heard and know regarding of Red Dead Redemption Remastered. But also, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say that everything here and everything I'm about to say, well, most of it is unfortunately rumors, and some of them are trying to be kind of clarified as a confirmation. Few things, as an example, I will get into that are definitely real deal, and that's genuinely why it sparked so much interest for Red Dead Redemption Remastered, Remake, or Port. Now, in October of 2022, Rockstar Games removed the PlayStation 3 title, as the Red Dead Redemption, from Sony's PlayStation Now cloud streaming service. Now, that was a little bit weird. I believe that actually Red Dead Redemption was on the PlayStation Now for quite a while, but yet for some odd reason it simply got removed. Now, it may have been just for nothing, right? Maybe it's just the contract has been lifted already. Maybe they needed to move on from this game, or whatever the decision Rockstar has made. You know, this was no big deal, but it's interesting to note because regarding of it came up of a fall of 2022, of October 2022, and so it makes it interesting to see maybe Rockstar decided to have a little bit more time to actually have kind of built up for the anticipation of the remaster. Unfortunately, we didn't even know anything regarding it. We did know, though, by that time that, well, it was sort of cancelled or has been put on a back burner basically, of the Red Dead Redemption Remastered and also Grand Theft Auto 4, thanks to the Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy Definitive Editions. Spectacular failures, unfortunately, even though it was good games. I enjoyed them, I platinumed them, all three of those, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas on Definitive Editions. I enjoyed my time with them, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to admit that, yeah, I can definitely see why that was, you know, why Rockstar decided to actually pause on the development on these remasters, presumably that were coming, presumably. Okay, so fast forward coming to June 27th, that's just happened a few days ago. South Korean rating board classified a new application for Red Dead Redemption. What makes this interesting that it was not referred to the 360 or PlayStation 3 Red Dead Redemption, but it makes it interesting as well that there could be something could be happening. Now, a lot of people weren't also saying that there could be a possibility with Nintendo Switch port, perhaps. Well, please don't let this be real. You know what I mean? Now, the following application from Take-Two Interactive included an expression for body damage, and I quote that, and references to Undead Nightmare. It was likely to be packaged with the remaster or remake. Now, we don't know if it still comes to fruition, but personally, I think that will be awesome. And I think that actually, well, I think it would be a very bad move if there will be a remaster, right? And not include Undead Nightmare, remaster version of that, right? Because I think that would be a done deal, big full package that they could actually charge a full price and people will eat that up. And unfortunately, I'm one of those damn idiots as well. The application was only for consoles only, no PC rating at this time yet as well. So we don't know what's gonna happen to that. I do expect this to come out on PC though, because like I feel that, you know, Rockstar Games as of now, as of recently anyway, they have been always pumping out their games on PC as well. And it makes a logical step, doesn't it? And I personally think that will be a big, well, a minus for them for not releasing a remaster of Red Dead Redemption on the PC as well. I actually, by the way, this is just my personal opinion in here, I want to sprinkle in. I think that they shouldn't actually just say Red Dead Redemption Remastered. I think they may want to go like Red Dead Redemption 1, or maybe so it makes it more clear that Red Dead Redemption 2 came out first, sort of thing, right? And then Red Dead Redemption 1 came out second, because in terms of the storyline, how it goes. I don't know, that's just my opinion. They could keep it like, as simple as Red Dead Redemption, that's it, and just release it on PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox Series X and S, and that's be done with it. Or call it like maybe Red Dead Redemption 1 as I mentioned, or Red Dead Redemption Remastered, or Red Dead Redemption Remake, but they're gonna get rid of the name of a remake there. It would be interesting, I wouldn't doubt that. Now, there's a Kotaku article, writer by the name of Zach Zwischen, hopefully I'm not butchering his name. He believes that development for the remaster resumed in 2022 and claims it'll be cleaned up remaster. Before that pause of that remaster, as I mentioned that it was actually shelved, presumably, it was supposed to ship on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. But now it seems like it may only be coming on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S and PC. And you know what, that's fine. Personally, for myself included, that I think that, we need to move away from PlayStation 4 and Xbox One era of consoles. I think that generation is already gone. It's been already almost coming up to 3 years since the release of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. So I think that, since there may be a possibility of this coming out this year, fall of this year, or maybe the following year, it's done, right? The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One era, I think it's done now. So PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X era is the way to go about. Now, granted, of course, this possibility means that they're gonna lose on a lot of cash and money because of this decision, but also, I don't know how to think about it, right? Like, I mean, the decision that they will go about, I personally think that they should go with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S era, generation, games, consoles only, including, of course, PC, and abandon PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But again, I can see a lot of people saying will be against this decision because maybe they never made that upgrade towards the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X and S. But again, I think, it's been almost 3 years until the release of this game. Presumably, if it's coming this year or the following year, more and more people are going to be jumping towards the current generation consoles, I should say now, right? Also, according to Zach, the guy from Kotaku, he's the writer, Red Dead Redemption has been overwhelmingly, demanded from the fans for a remaster. So, of course, Rockstar Take-Two, they're not deaf, right? They're not gonna completely ignore the social media and the people, basically, right? And so they are gonna hear these outcries for the remaster of Grand Theft Auto 4, Red Dead Redemption. Now, I will be honest, I think that they're making a Red Dead Redemption remaster because the poor reception of Grand Theft Auto, the 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, maybe they decided to make a decision to go for a little different game like Red Dead Redemption to remaster that first, and then they will release a remaster of the Grand Theft Auto 4. But unfortunately, this also could mean that if Red Dead Redemption Remastered isn't performed as well, we may never see Grand Theft Auto 4 Remastered in that case. It is a possibility, unfortunately, and I personally would want nothing more but only a remaster of Grand Theft Auto 4, because Grand Theft Auto 4 is my favorite game of all time, and I would like nothing more, I want to see that game being here, available on current gen consoles. That would be amazing. And as well included, there's been report that next generation of consoles, and I'm talking about next, like PlayStation 6 and the next gen version of the Xbox, will be here in 2028. And so of course now we have to consider this with Rockstar, how they go about with their development of their games. Let's say Red Dead Redemption Remastered comes out this year, and then after 2 years, 2025 presumably, Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. And then another 2 years after that, 2027, Grand Theft Auto 4 remaster will come out. It's that's such a long wait, I personally think. And if that's the case, I think that 5 years from now to see Grand Theft Auto 4 remastered makes sense. That is, of course, if we're following with the routes that has been done with the Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and the San Andreas the definitive edition, since that will mean 20 years of Grand Theft Auto 4 since its release in 2008. So yeah, I think that maybe 2028 we may see Grand Theft Auto 4, but that also means that at that year we will see PlayStation 6 and the next gen of the Xbox. So maybe, have Grand Theft Auto 4 Remaster on PlayStation 5 and also the PlayStation 6. Okay, so here's another interesting fact. The newly updated achievements have emerged, basically yesterday as recording this video, for the game, since it adds some additional details to select artwork which have never actually been seen before. But unlikely for the remastered, though, just so you know. Midnight Club LA also received improved artwork achievements, but it's hard to determine the age of both artworks, unfortunately. And yeah, if you do look at the comparison between the two, you can definitely see it has been, well, updated, so to say, right? It's similar, but also it has cleaned up, and look, the picture looks far better. Now again, this doesn't mean it is done deal and it's coming, because we actually seen this sort of thing already from the definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, but yet also we actually seen far more, if that makes sense. What we've seen far more, I'm talking about, is that there were additional trophies that we never knew about. And it was actually interesting to kind of see how they go about this situation. But also it is possible that we may see new trophies and additional trophies that have been already present closer to release of this game, presumably. Okay, so here's an interesting fact. Well, again, fact, I say, it's not really fact anyway. Rockstar Dundee may be involved developing this title, the Red Dead Redemption Remastered, since in October of 2019 had a job listing involving remastering legacy UI systems for the older Rockstar titles, although this should have been treated with speculation at this current point. So it makes it interesting. Now, also, there's been a little bit of interesting words have been said. Grove Street Games, well, they have nothing to do with this at all. Like, Grove Street Games are the guys who have made the definitive editions of Grand Theft Auto trilogy and basically completely butchered that game. Well, or games in that case, right? And of course, with the release and how awful I went about and how many bugs and glitches and broken things have been in there because of this situation, I would not be surprised if Take-Two or Rockstar basically said, we're done with you, we don't want anything to do related to with you, maybe. And plus also there's been mentioned that Grove Street Games actually, they're working on different ports and remasters and stuff like that for other companies, and so yeah, I don't think they even have any time to do a remaster for Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto 4, in fact. And I think that they completely made ties with them after the release of that, how poorly it was received as well, the ZDEyE, the trilogy definitive editions. And as such, I think it's fantastic news. I think that Rockstar has to have their own kind of hands on this, right, on this remaster, and I don't think that it's going to be much of an issue for them, since like they have like, what is it, thousands of employees, developers working on this game. I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto 6, but also have a few other people, say maybe 100 people working on a remaster. I don't think that would be, a realm of impossibility. I personally think that it is definitely a possibility. Now, one more fact I want to mention. Now, even though with all this coverage, with all this news and popping up information, rumors and stuff like that, it is still unlikely to be seen during this summer, right? I'm not talking about the remaster of the trailer, right, or a teaser. No. I'm talking about the release of the Red Dead Redemption. Take-Two and Rockstar, they are never known for coming out with their games or for their games during summertime. So do not expect anything from Red Dead Redemption Remaster, remake, port or whatever in summer, in terms of the release date I'm talking about. But do expect something, but don't get your high hopes again for us, sometime in fall of 2023. Now there still is a possibility that it may get pushed to 2024. Maybe they want to have released this during the anniversary of Red Dead Redemption. And now if we have to consider that, Red Dead Redemption came out in 2010 of May 18th. So this means that if we will wait for the next anniversary and to see the release of Red Dead Redemption remake, well, remaster, or whatever it's going to be called, or whatever it is, that would be the 14th anniversary coming in 2024. I don't think that they want to kind of wait for that anniversary and just to release that game. And in that case, that's why I say we should expect something this fall of 2023 or the following fall of 2024. I don't think they're gonna wait till like 2025 for the 15th anniversary of Red Dead Redemption, and so they can release it in May, because that's when it's presumably Grand Theft Auto 6 will also be coming out in 2025. But again, that's all just my speculation. So I do expect something from Rockstar, if this thing is real deal, coming in sometime later down this year. That's it. Well guys, that's all I got for today. All this news information regarding a Red Dead, it's genuinely exciting, man. This also means that if Red Dead comes up and it will be very well received and will be actually not broken like it was with GTA Trilogy Definitive Editions, then this means that we're getting one step closer towards Grand Theft Auto Remastered. Because like I said, I'm gonna say it again and again, Grand Theft 4 for me is my favorite game of all time, and it only will be like, it will be so, I will be so excited for it, man, ecstatic for sure. Man, I cannot wait. Alright guys, like and subscribe, see you guys all later, and have a wonderful day.